On this episode of You Can't Eat the Grass, a plague sweeps across the farm, killing everyone and everything. By the end, we're all dead. Today, it finally happened. Something we have managed to avoid for the last 3 years, until this morning, when Serena tested positive for COVID. So far, Serena's doing okay, but it hasn't even been 24 hours since her diagnosis. And it's like the busiest time of the year on the farm right now. Even with the two of us, there's so much to do. And on top of that, there's gonna be all the parenting duties that are gonna fall on my shoulders while Serena quarantines. It's just gonna be a really busy period for me coming up. Tonight, my farm work day starts at 11:15. Oh yeah. This is gonna be a fun one. But seedlings don't care if you're tired. All of our seedlings, all of them need to get watered. And they were supposed to get watered this morning, but because of Serena's diagnosis, we just didn't have time to. So I have to do it now, otherwise things are gonna start dying. I'm sorry you're so thirsty. We also have to reorganize where all the seedlings are. I have to water some greenhouses outside. There's a bunch of cleanup to do. It's like there's a full days of farm work to do, and I'm just gonna pull an all-nighter is my plan. Best case scenario, Serena's gonna be feeling better this week and she'll be able to help out outside. But right now, I really have no idea what's gonna happen. And the only thing that I can control is what I do with my time. And so I'm just gonna get as much done as I possibly can in as short amount of time as I have. It's actually raining out here right now, like the slightest amount of rain possible. Hardly anything, just a few drops. But it's been so dry that, my irrigation alarm. I have to go bump the sprinklers down in the bottom greenhouse. You can see how close some of these tulips are to being ready. They're all coming along a lot faster than the ones outside. So it makes sense that, you know, if Serena's out of commission, we're gonna be in a lot of trouble. I finally got everything watered and all the seedling trays rearranged to the way they're supposed to be, and it's just one of those things that just, you don't think it's going to take that long, and then you start doing it and it takes forever. But I think I used up my last bit of physical energy for the day. I am tired, so I'm going to go to bed. Serena makes such a mess growing seedlings in this bathroom, so I'm gonna give it a quick clean. But cleaning our bathroom should be a lot easier thanks to our sponsor, Blueland. Blueland is a sustainable cleaning products company that focuses on reducing single-use plastic waste. We received the Clean Essentials Kit, which has everything you need to get started. It has foaming hand soap, multi-surface cleaner, bathroom cleaner, and glass and mirror cleaner. Fill the Forever bottle and drop in a tablet. It dissolves within minutes without shaking, and you're ready to go. When you run out of product, simply order more refill tablets. Then repeat the steps and no more single-use plastic for your cleaning products. We don't use a lot of cleaning products because we try to avoid the harsh chemicals, but Blueland is EPA Safer Choice certified. I can't believe how dirty this bathroom is. It hasn't been cleaned in a long time. Serena better appreciate that I'm cleaning up her mess. I'm trying to limit the amount of plastic garbage I create, and Blueland can help me do that. This actually works really well. Get your first purchase from Blueland for 15% off by clicking my link down below.
I'm feeling pretty sick. Like, I haven't been this sick in a long time. My head is, like, killing me, and, like, I'm just really tired, and my body aches. You know, I'm hoping that I'll get over it fairly quickly so that, you know, I can, you know, start giving a hand on things, too. I can't even hang out with cats because it's COVID. I don't want to get them sick.
Today we got more bad news. Both of our kids tested positive for COVID. I still haven't, so I'm good to go still. My endurance is going to be tested this week. At least everything is happy with the water that I gave it yesterday. All the seedlings are looking nice and healthy again. So that's good. Makes me feel like I'm on top of that at least. Today, I'm gonna clean this room. We've been talking about it for a while and we're close, but there's a little bit of final cleanup. I do have to, you know, still go back into the house and take care of everybody. But, you know, that's my plan. If I can get the shop cleaned, then at least I made some progress today, you know, under these challenging circumstances. My family needs me. I have to go in and make some food. So I have to put a pause on all this cleaning. I'll get back to this later. It's a gorgeous night out here tonight. It's almost a little bit eerie out here for me though. You know, everyone in my house up there has COVID right now. And you know, Leah, she feels fine, but Sam's feeling sick. And Serena, you know, she definitely like sounds sick, and you know, she's like got the cold sweats and stuff like that. So, you know, I feel bad. I'm trying to do everything I can, but you know, I haven't even seen Serena's face in, you know, a day and a half, right? And that's pretty unusual. You know, and then it's like beautiful, and I'm out here working on the farm, you know, but it's like quiet. It's quiet. The good news is that, you know, everybody's been fed now. I made dinner. My duties for the night are basically done in the house, and now I can just focus on working outside. The first thing that I have to do is all those seedlings that I brought out last night, they have to go back inside because it's gonna be -1 or something tonight. So I gotta make sure the farm's all buttoned up and ready for a frost. The rest of the stuff I have to do tonight is inside, which is good because it actually feels pretty cold out. I think it's going to be a chilly night. Back to work. I'm running out of juice, but I don't know if you can see it in here. It's way more open and way more clean. I got a lot of the dried flowers finally dealt with. It's always great to have, you know, a clean workspace, right? It always makes you feel good. And then check it out in here, the dried flower room. You know, there's way more stuff in here, but at the same time, there's still a lot of space. Let's hear some oohs and ahs. Look at all this cool stuff in here, right? You love to have all this stuff to just play around with and make crafts. Tons and tons of cool stuff. Everywhere you look, it's something different, right? Imagine. I'm missing Serena right now. It'd be nice to hang out with her and, you know, give her a big hug because, you know, I know she's not feeling very good. It really sucks to be, you know, so close to my family, but I can't interact with them now. So hopefully that this stage, you know, doesn't last long. I imagine what would happen is that right when everybody else starts to get better, then I'm gonna get it, right? I'll finally succumb. I wanna be COVID free so I can go down to the farmer's market is basically what I want. And, you know, I want the kids to be COVID free so they can go back to school. But that's it for me. Tomorrow, I don't know what tomorrow is gonna be.
Well, it's official. We're all sick now. I'd been really hoping that Ian would make it through, but he's joined the COVID crew. You know, the one good thing about that is at least we all can be everywhere in the house now, and I'm feeling a little bit better, so, you know, I can take over on, you know, kid and caring duty.
I didn't think it was gonna be this bad. I just got like a crazy headache all day, and I'm just like so tired. So I don't really have a lot of energy to do anything except sleep. Yesterday I tested positive for COVID, and I had a crazy headache all day, nauseous, just felt horrible. Today, this is me doing work. This is me going, I have to go open up the greenhouses. Serena and I, both of us are still feeling it. I definitely feel better, and it feels good to know that both the kids are basically 100% now. I had such a bad headache that I was just in bed all day with the lights off. Everything's opened up now, so it's not going to die in the heat. Things are probably wanting water as well, so I should really start getting some of these greenhouses watered. All the seedlings, they need water today too, so we're going to have to find the energy today to actually do some work. As you can probably tell, there's lots of tulips that are very close to being ready to pick. If we lose a few tulips because we can't pick them because we're sick, then that's fine. As long as we can get the bulk of them, then we're still salvaging, you know, the best from a bad situation.
I'm still pretty low energy, but I dragged myself out of bed today because Ian's pretty down for the count, and someone needs to come out here and deal with all the watering and, you know, the daily must-dos on the farm. And I gotta say, Ian was definitely busy in the outbuilding. It looks really good. There's never a good time to be sick, and never is the best time to get COVID. But I must say, if it was gonna happen, I'm glad it happened, you know, now, before tulip season starts. But let's go and see what's going on with those greenhouse tulips. Well, things are very different inside of this tunnel. The tulips have just absolutely exploded since, you know, the last couple days when I was out here. A few of them have fully opened, which is fine. We'll be able to pick a bouquet for ourselves,
you know, and it's fine if a few get kept rather than saved. It's definitely looking like starting tomorrow, I'm gonna need to be out here starting to pick some of these. I'm gonna have to be keeping an eye on them if I don't want them to bloom open and completely lose them. One of the great things about tulips is that they're a crop that stores really well. So, you know, our house is on lockdown, we're in quarantine. That means that we don't want to be opening the roadside stand to sell the few tulips that we have. What we'll do is we'll put them in the fridge, and then once we're out of quarantine, once we have a few more flowers, once I have a little bit more energy, then we can start selling them. But, you know, it's almost time. It's really exciting. It's also exciting because the Ranunculus, which hadn't really been doing very much, kind of just putting on some green and some growth, have finally started budding. This variety here, I didn't label, so I can't remember what is what, but they all look like they're putting on a lot of buds, which is exciting. You know, it's only going to be a few weeks until they start blooming too. I think that's about my limit for today of outside work. A water and a walk to the greenhouse. I'm going back to bed.
What do you think, Dusty?
Still feel garbagey, but we're gonna get out there and we're gonna try to get some tulips. Teamwork. Thought I was gonna be feeling better at this point. You know, it's Friday now, so it's been 5 days. But I don't have any energy. Like, you know, standing, talking, just
It's tough.
can't.
But the tulips, they don't seem to care that we're not feeling very good.
I mean, we could just leave them and whatever. You know, things are gonna start to get behind. It was gonna be fine to not do anything, you know, for a week, but things need to get planted, things need to get seeded. The tulips are starting. Even like watering the farm, with our farm water isn't connected, so we have to like use hoses, and we just like don't have the energy to do that. So I'm really hoping that one of us at least starts to feel better soon.
5 o'clock now, and it's taken us all day just to get enough energy to go outside. It's like every time I close my eyes, I fall asleep for like a few hours. Just like been so exhausted. But I'm hoping that tomorrow will be the day where I'll start to feel better. I'll wake up feeling better, and I'll have some energy. First casualty of the year.
They're pulling out a lot easier. Explain about the compost.
One of the biggest costs to having tulips is the labor in harvesting them. It took a long time to harvest them, just a lot of effort. Also to clean them, not just like pulling them out, but also washing them down afterwards. And so this year we planted them in basically pure compost. And the idea is that they should pull out a lot easier. And then also that they should clean off a lot easier.
Yeah, and it seems like they're coming up a lot cleaner, and they're pulling out a lot better. It would be easier if they weren't in these tightly packed crates. That's making it a little bit difficult. Oh. Here's the problem. There's like voles eating the bulbs.
We definitely have voles in here. That's what Dusty's doing right now. Dusty's patrolling because he smells all the voles. That's just the nature of our farm, right?
Yeah. That's why we need cats.
You almost harvested an entire crate so far.
Oh. Man. Annoying. Yeah, totally voles going like crazy in here. These are all just vole, 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 vole.
One mega bouquet.
Let's get it in the fridge. The plan was this video was going to be about us getting lots done. We had all these jobs lined up. We were going to pot up all these tomatoes. Now we're looking like they desperately want to get potted up. You know, everywhere we look, there's more work to be done. But some of the seedlings from our last video, the sunflowers, they've popped. So that's exciting. We don't have enough to turn on our walk-in cooler. So we have this fridge that has stuff that doesn't actually need to be in here that we're gonna use to store all of our tulips until we have more than can fit in this fridge, and then we'll turn on the walk-in cooler. But no point having a massive fridge when we can have a tiny fridge.
High five.
One done. A few more to go.
How much do you weigh, Dusty?
The outdoor tulips, they're starting to look really good. It's pretty crazy to have just like a mass of them. We had 5,000 last year, and I can't even remember what did we buy. Did we buy like 12,000 tulips?
I think so.
We said the most I could do was 7,000 after doing 5,000.
So we got 12.
And then I was like, okay, no, like let's do 10. And then I got carried away and ended up getting 12. These are where our tulips were last year. We were supposed to have dug up this whole bed and cleaned it up because we have metal under the ground to try to protect it from the voles, and we just never got around to it. But, you know, it's a pretty impressive little patch that has come again, you know, and some of them have buds, so kind of a nice little bonus. You know what these beautiful orange ones are?
They look like the Disneyland Paris color.
Yeah, that's totally what they're, because they have like the green streak
Oh yeah.
with the orange. The color's still amazing on them.
Yeah. Are you finding much vole damage in here?
No, it's just that one.
It's fun to see flowers again.
I know. Makes me happy. Back in the flowers for another 6 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's exciting to have them so early, too. When we started growing veggies, our first market was June. You know, after that first year, we kept getting earlier and earlier until, you know, we realized we could have veggies at end of April, but it didn't make sense. There's only so many greens people want to buy. You know, I feel like it won't take long before we're there with the flowers too, where we'll be able to get them earlier and earlier until we get to the point that we're like, oh, we don't actually want them any earlier than this specific date. With flowers, we're already there for the back end, right? We know we can get flowers into November, but there's no point
They kind of stopped
selling past Canadian Thanksgiving, because that's the point at which it stops making sense to sell for how much we can sell. Oh. They're so tall, these ones. They're hard to pick. This is Sun Lover, this variety here. And it's getting really close, right? Like, I could actually pull this one. Like, tomorrow, you know, the day after that, there's gonna be a lot more starting up here.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to be on the mend.
It's hard to get down here. And it's hard for me to carry things. But this, like, the physicality of this is not too bad. These are really pretty. These, I'm like, these are worth looking back, figuring out what these are, because I definitely want these again. There's a couple varieties that our rep from Van Noort sent us like an email late in the season being like, hey,
We have these.
and I was like, sold. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe we bought more than 12, because I think we bought like another couple thousand from that email.
Oh yeah.
But this might have been one of those varieties, right? Because they were all just like really pretty. I'm sure I'm not the only one who was like, yeah, give me that.
I think he smells wolves.
I know. I'd get mad at him if it wasn't for the fact he was actually doing what he's supposed to be doing. Dusty.
Should we call it a day?
Yeah, put these in the fridge and then go back to bed.